A few weeks ago now, I was lucky enough to go on the Good website and buy one of their mega limited edition Good mallet putters. In today's video, we're going to have a little bit of a long-term review. I'm going to give some brutal opinions and we're going to fight for par using this golf club. Guys, I've had it in the bag for a couple of weeks now. I've used it on camera, used it off camera, and there's a few things that I would change, which you all know already if you have seen the videos with this club. There's also a few things which I was worried about, and I was thinking, is this going to be a good quality putter or is it just a little bit of a gimmick? So let's get it back out the box for a final time. Guys, remember, we are giving this putter away, so I'm going to draw that at the end of today's video, and you can see straight away I actually changed a few things with this putter. I actually changed the grip, so I put a Rip It grip on here. I absolutely love this. I certainly think that with this putter they should have given more options. They should have given more options potentially for neck options here, so if you want a more kind of slopey neck, if you want a different kind of neck on there, I think for the price that the guys at Good are charging, it would have been nice just to have that. I also think different grip thicknesses would definitely have been an option as well. If you are going to spend nearly $400 on a putter that is a very similar price to a Scotty Cameron putter, an Odyssey Toulon putter, even the brand new Taylormade Reserve putter lines, then you do want them options. You want to be able to kind of choose a little bit more. So we're going to have a couple of putts. I'm going to talk you through exactly what I've loved about it, what I've hated about it. We're going to get Chris, the short game expert, in as well. And the first thing I have to say is, more and more now I'm starting to really like the look, especially of this mallet putter. For me, I almost wanted the blade putter more, but you struggle to get that even more so. They do a wide back as well, which looks really good. But for me, the big thing about this mallet style is just how forgiving it does look. It's got loads of sight lines on it, it's got a centre line on it, it's got two wing lines on it as well. So really it's going to help you line the ball up better towards your target. So if you struggle lining the ball up, it's going to help you massively. And then from there, I just feel like because of the size of that putter head, it certainly helps you get a little bit more forgiveness if you don't strike this ball out the middle of the face. If this was a kind of slimmer putter head, I think you're really going to struggle with that. But the fact that it is such a big putter head really helps beginner golfers potentially putt better. And that's the big thing here. It's not just a trinket, it's not just a fashion accessory, it is a putter to help you generally lower your scores or fight for par, as it does say on the box. One of the big problems that I thought we might have with this, having this black finish, shot again. One of the big problems I thought we might have with this, having this black finish, is it might clatter around a little bit, especially on the shaft. I thought, the shaft might mark up, it might lose its paint a little bit. I can't imagine they have invested massively in high quality paint, but to be honest, as I said, this is why I wanted to do this long-term review of this putter, because they've smashed it. They've absolutely nailed it out of the park when it comes to this. I think this is a better quality putter than some of the bigger name brands for this price, and I think they've actually put quite a lot more thought into it. It's got that CNC milled face, so that does allow it to feel fairly soft. It's certainly not the softest putter I have ever used, but it's certainly not the worst feeling putter I've ever used either. Together with this Rip It grip that I put on it, I certainly feel like that's more like it. It's a putter that could help generally lower your scores a little bit, especially if you like a good looking putter. A lot of people don't like spending money on putters. A lot of people would rather go and buy a $500 Taylormade driver, a Callaway driver, a PXG set of clubs. But when it comes to the putter, putters aren't always that sexy, they're not always that sleek. It's quite obvious why Good started their golf range with the putter, because it takes less R&D. It's a lot easier to do. Just throw a nice design on there, have a nice CNC milled face, and you are generally away with that. And I think they've done a pretty good job of it as well. I think what's maybe stalled that now is that relationship with Callaway. I can't imagine Odyssey wanting Good to kind of take, to take sales off them. That's not something which is in Callaway's best interests, and certainly for me, it's a club that I would consider putting in the bag. I'm a PGA professional, I can play good golf, I've been known to play good golf, I can play terrible golf as well, I can leave putts short, which is rather annoying me in today's video, but that's not down to the putter. I feel like the putter is giving me everything that I do want. It's giving me an okay feel. I don't think it sounds as nice as my Odyssey Toulon Las Vegas putter, I'm going to put my hands out there, but if you look at the difference in the face there when I compared these putters, the milling is certainly deeper in the Toulon Las Vegas putter, so that's where you get that difference in feel, that difference in sound, that different feedback. But I can get this coming out quite nicely. I can get it rolling. I've held quite a lot of nice putts with this when I have played off camera as well as on camera. And the big thing for me is, how comfortable do I feel when I am out here playing golf? As soon as I've got the line here, you'll see that I've started holding more putts. I mean, You might say that's easy to do, but generally what I find is if you have the right line, if you can go and get the read, the difficult part is then creating a perfect stroke time after time after time, so you can hold those birdie putts, hold those par putts. Is that SOS because I've missed so many putts, Chris, do you think? Or there's every chance. Right guys, let's put it in the hands of a short game expert. Chris has actually played a couple of rounds with me with this as well to see what it feels like, and I'm really interested to get his thoughts on this longer term review than just holding a couple of putts with it, because I want to give this a really brutal review. I want to give it a title where I absolutely slate it and I say, good, what are you doing? You're all a bunch of money grabbers. You're throwing these putters out here so that people go and spend their hard-earned money and your subscribers go and waste money on them. But I can't. I actually really like it, and for me I think what they've done is a fantastic job. They've obviously outsourced all the design and the R&D to some fantastic golf club creators. Chris, let's have a look and see what you think.
So for me, to be honest, with the putter, it doesn't look the best, this one. Obviously the double wide version certainly looked very nice. Unfortunately, like you said, you couldn't get hold of one of those, but it does a lot of things for the everyday golfer. So obviously a lot of alignment aids on there. So when you talk about, and James has mentioned, things that they've put in there, the R&D, a lot of alignment aids on the top. So obviously the dot on the top, we've got the middle line, we've got the two ones that help you get the golf ball in the middle. That nice little cutout at the back again is to help to get the ball centered, because we see a lot of beginner golfers who look down, that looks relatively in the middle, strike it off the toe, don't get the strike they want, don't hold as many putts. So this really helps you get that ball centered, and that's one big thing. Again, I've put this in the hands of a few beginner golfers and a few mid-handicappers, and they've obviously putted very well with it. They've found that yes, to me it doesn't look great. They said, oh, actually, because it's nice and big, I feel like I can get it in the middle. It's got a lot of things on the back that are ticking boxes, because putting one thing is overlooked for a lot of people is getting the ball in the middle of the face, is getting your alignment good, and that's something certainly that is going to help you lower your scores. You're able to get in there and be nice and consistent, which I've been there at missing the hole. Again, very consistent. Again, one thing, you look at this, it's face balance, so people do say that that's good for beginner golfers. I wouldn't say it's good for people or not. It all depends on your stroke and what feels comfortable, but it's something there that might keep your face a little bit squarer to the target. So sometimes we do see people fan it open and close. This might get you obviously keeping it a little bit squarer, starting the ball a little bit more online, and even with off-centered hits, being able to hold more putts. Like James mentioned, the one thing that I found was it does obviously feel a little bit harder again on the longer putts. It certainly feels and sounds a little bit tinny, a little bit louder than you're probably going to get from a Toulon or from, I use an Odyssey putter with the white hot face, or a very soft face, not much sound off that. But if that's something that would put you off, then that's something you'd have to consider. But as a whole, it ticks a lot of boxes. You can be consistent with it. You can see there, two good pace putts. Again, there, pace was perfect, read was wrong, so it wasn't the putter, it was me. But it's, again, got a lot of things that are going for it. It's not just a gimmick of, okay, how many sales can we make? I think there's a lot of positives from this putter.
Do you find it sometimes sits open? I feel like definitely when I first got it, I was missing putts right. And then, to be honest, I feel like I've sort of come to terms with it and got used to it a little bit more. I noticed you missed both of those right as well.
Yes, it does. It certainly does sit a little bit open, so you just be used to. Again, if you use a line on the ball, it's going to help you get that lined up a little bit better. Does it feel like you have to manipulate it? Maybe a little bit, but you can then start to hold putts. But once you've used it and you've got used to it sitting a little bit open, there is drivers on the range, obviously, that sit open. There are clubs that sit open, but there's a lot of people who still have them.
So guys, there we go, a long-term review of the Good Mallet putter. Guys, if you've enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button below. We're going to do the draw for the giveaway now as well, so I'll do that for you now. Okay guys, so it's time for what a lot of people have been waiting for, the giveaway for this Good putter. Guys, if you haven't won, there will be lots more giveaways on the channel, and I've got quite a few more to go as well. Let's do this. Anything goes. Continue. Wait, we are loading. How many comments did we have? I've put all the videos in here that we've done it with. This is a lot of comments, by the way. Keep going. Over 1,000. This is a lot of people who've entered the old Good giveaway. Right guys, 3,507, and the winner is Governor 1. Good. Keep up the great content. Love watching. Fist pump. Governor 1, thank you so much. Make sure you do get in contact. I will put contact details in the description below. Make sure you check me out on Instagram and we will get this to you. Apart from that, guys, thank you so much for all the continued support. We are very nearly at 250,000 subscribers. I would love you to be a part of it. If you want to hit that subscribe button. Apart from that, I'll see you all same time tomorrow. Goodbye.